Honeybee, Apis nullifica. The honeybee has been kept by man for thousands of years. Because of this, it is the insect we know the most about. Bees live in colonies, usually in a hollow tree or box. New colonies are started by old ones. When a colony becomes overcrowded, the queen and some workers leave it. Together they fly to a hollow tree, and there they start building their nest. Some bees collect sap from trees. They carry it home in a sort of basket that is formed by hairs on their hind legs. In the nest, other bees secrete wax from some glands on their bellies. The sap and the wax are mixed and used to close all the cracks and holes in the nest. The wax alone is used for building cells. Each cell is oblong with 6 sides. The cells are built side by side, and together with another layer of cells they form an upright board. Here the honey is kept, and here the eggs are laid. The queen, who is the only bee in the colony who lays eggs, mates just once. She leaves the colony, and while flying she mates with a male. The male dies, but his sperm has been put into a special pocket from which the queen can release it when she starts laying her eggs. When she returns to the colony, she starts laying eggs. She lays 2 kinds of eggs. One kind, the fertilized eggs, develop into workers or queens, while the other kind, which are unfertilized, become males or workers. Special cells have been made for the eggs that will develop into queens. These cells are larger than the rest, and when the larva comes out, it is fed with a special food that is secreted from the workers' stomachs. The other larvae are fed honey that the workers collect from flowers and store in parts of the cells. After some time, the larva forms a pupa in which it changes into a real bee. It now starts its work in the colony. For the first 10 days, the bees help in feeding the other larvae. The next 10 days are spent making and repairing cells or guarding the entrance against enemies. After that, the period the bee starts collecting nectar from flowers. In the stomach of the bee, the nectar is changed into honey. It also collects pollen, which is used for food. Most such workers live only for 6 weeks. The males do not work, their only function being to mate with a queen. The queens that hatch are either killed by the old queen, or if she has left the colony, one new queen will kill the other queens as they hatch. Each nest has only one queen, even though it may consist of 50,000 workers. When a worker returns to the hive, it dances in different circular patterns that lead the other bees to fly in different directions where flowers may be found. Bees also have an ability to sting. At the end of their body is a needle-sharp pin. The pin is hollow and contains a stinging poison. When the bee stings something, the needle falls off and leaves a wound from which the bee dies. In winter, the honeybees all cluster together in the nest. In the center is the queen, who is kept warm by the other bees.